What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up? What's
What's
up?
up? What's up, good people? What is happening? What is going on? It is Wind Down Wednesdays. We are back in the building.
Yes, we
I am
are.
so happy to be back. Y'all know what time it is. You know what we do. You even know why we do it. We do it because we love to do it. This is what we want to do, and we enjoy it to the utmost. So, yeah,
Right.
I'm Sandy, and I'm sitting not this week next to my girl, but I'm sitting with my girl.
Hey, it's Shanice. Y'all know what time it is. Wind down Wednesday, same time, different place to this week.
Yes, but we are working on some bigger and better things. You know, we often say, pray about it. So y'all know how we do. We like to
For
pray
sure.
about everything. We like to keep God first in all our conversations. We let you guys know what is really going on. So how you been this week, sis? How you
I'm
been?
good. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I don't like this how it's dark outside and it's only 2 p.m.
I
I'm not
know.
I'm exaggerating a lot of bit, but I'm just like,
But
man,
I
it's gonna
feel it
get yeah, when it get dark, I'm like, man, it's time to go to sleep. So
already.
yeah, but I'm excited. I'm happy to be alive, and we at it again. Another Wednesday, hump day, wind down day.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling grateful, and I'm laughing at everything that's happening nowadays.
Look, and
How
I
about
said
you?
that. I said that. You sound like me. I said the same thing. We got to keep the smile on our face. You
Yep.
know, I try to reach out to people as much as I can and say hi to those. But I had gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of being the one that's always saying, hey, 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 what's going on? What's going on? So I kind of cut back on that
Yeah,
to see what was going to happen. But you were right. I was telling somebody today, with all this going on, you got to maintain positivity. You got to stay safe and you got to keep smiling.
that's right.
It's
Smile.
important. Smile. You're on candid camera. But y'all know what we do. It's that week, and our topic tonight, we will just want to talk about
We're talking about everything. That's
of
right.
everything. So feel free to chime in, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, how you
Please.
want to say it. Hit the comments, because we going to talk about it all night tonight. It's all kind of topics out there, but let's talk about the now what situation are you going to be put in, since we're going to talk about it briefly, because we always talk about being safe. We always
Yep.
talk about washing hands and wearing the mask and trying to do your very best to stay away from different things and people if you can.
Right.
So with the curfew and what the governor has put on the state of Ohio, does that affect your business?
Um, I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes because everyone now is in their mind. They're on high alert. So a lot of people are back on walking on eggshells again, and like, I don't know if I want to come out. I don't know if I want to get this done. So I'm gonna say it. To an effect, it does because they're like, okay, I don't want to book an appointment now. I don't want to, I don't
Right.
want to come get service now because we're going on high alert, and they're basically just saying go to the grocery store and go home. So yes, but then I'm gonna say no because it's not till 10 p.m. and so I'm not open at 10 p.m. anyway. So all of
Right.
my hours are daylight when people are functioning, moving around in life hours. So it's yes and it's no.
And I get that. I get the part about people not wanting to come out, not wanting to be in a place that is full. That's why right now my nails look horrible, because I didn't want to go back into the salon to get them done, because when I went back in there and I looked at what was going on and what was happening. Okay, I look around and it looked like I'm like, COVID ain't never happening here. It's like, what are you doing? People are still
Gotcha.
sitting right next to each other instead of sitting 6 feet apart. It's like nothing has changed in the salon, the nail salon that I went to or used to go to. So I don't go anymore. I just,
I
I
understand.
stay
I
home,
understand that. I
or I
understand
let my fingernails get to a point where, to me, they're raggedy, but at some point I'll have them looking the way I want them to look. I try to keep them painted from time to time, but I wash my hands so much. How they do them, how I used to do them at the salon, I don't do that no more. So
Right.
I'm that kind of person that I really don't want to be in a crowded environment either. So I get it,
Right.
but
So
you can control that.
right. So I was gonna say, so a couple different options. So, for me, I'm always guaranteeing my clients that when I'm booking them, it's for a time period where it's just gonna be myself and them getting the service. That's first. Because I just was never a person that felt like, double book, triple book, and all that stuff. I never booked that way anyway. So this works. So if you do book a service with me, it will just be myself and you masked up, doing the safety precautions, hand sanitizer, etc. And then when your service is over, and then the next person will come. And so it will not be where it's going to be packed. And then second thing is, I was going to say for you, with the nail thing, like, if there's times that you can go where it's not really busy, because a lot of times after 5, everybody's trying to get in there, or 4:30, around, I'm gonna say to start about 3:30 through the rest of the evening till they close. Like, a lot of people are trying to get in there, but if there's a way for you to get in there midday, or even a early morning when they first open up, that's another option where you don't have to be
Right.
bothered with a whole bunch of people, because 9 times out of 10 folks are going to be at work anyway. So you just got to readjust your thinking, and if you want to pamper you, think about the times that you can get in, when I'm right there when they put the key in the door.
Right.
So that's an option as well.
And and that's perfect. That is great. But with me, unfortunately, it ain't that easy because I can't. I guess I could take off. But they don't open till like 9 or 10 o'clock, and I'm already at work 3 hours. Before they even get started. So it's like, my only time is either when I'm on an off day, and then trying to catch them on that off day is extremely hectic because they already got their schedule, kind of filled in and booked up. And then when I get in there, then you got to wait until they get there. Then you got to wait for this and that and the other. I'm like don't make people wait. Just go on
Yeah.
and get it over with, knock it out. What I will say about my hairstylist, whom I love dearly, Anita House. I love Miss
Hey, shouts
Anita.
out. I love supporting
Shout out to Anita
other
House.
folks in the business. That's what's up.
That's it. Shout out to Anita House because she's great. Right now where she's working at, due to COVID, she only gets one person in there at a time. Nobody else in there. There's
Yep,
nobody else in her salon. Nobody but her and her client.
that's it.
And she has to wipe the seat down after I leave or whomever else leaves, spray and
Yep,
clean, and then the next person come in. You got to give yourself ample time in between to do that as a stylist. But when
yep.
I go get my nails done, they, looking at how they do it, that ain't what they doing. They're not doing it. They're not spraying nothing down, wiping it down. The one person get up and then the next person sit down. So, I'm good for now, without going to get my nails done. So I'll manage, but I have to get the haircut though. I just have to keep the haircut.
It's looking sharp. It's looking fly. I mean, like I said, it's plenty of suggestions. There's plenty of other people out there that do nail services. You know what I mean? You can go out and say, hey, I'm gonna try somewhere else, because you guys, the standards as far as cleaning and what's going on with COVID is not up to par. So now I need to pick somebody else for right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So there's always other options out there as well. But so yeah, I'm sure myself, you, a billion other people are in the same position.
Yeah.
I'm like that when I go to the store. Everybody's going at the same time trying to get the same items, and I'm just like, ugh. So you just be as safe as you can, stay prayed up,
Yeah.
and make the best option that's gonna work for you. That's really the best we can do at this point.
That's it. I mean, we can't do anything more, or less. We just have to, take care of ourselves, because the thing is that there's a lot of people that we know. I mean, it's a lot of people that I know right now that are, unfortunately, that are sick. I mean, like sick. There's some people that I know that are at home sick, and there's some people I know that's in the hospital sick. And we have to continue to take care of ourselves. Hey, what's up, Akeem? I try to be fly.
Hey, our number one fan for Tuck
Yes,
Radio. What's up?
yes. We both try to be fly, Akeem. We both try to be fly, but some days are more difficult than others. And if this
True.
corona thing keeps flaring up the way it is, ain't nobody gonna be looking fly.
Hey, a lot of people, I can't say from the first shutdown, a lot of people were doing a lot of experimenting, a lot of learning things on their own. A lot of
Yeah,
people getting wigs done, a lot of people getting pre-made nails done. So
yeah,
I'm sure some people are got some things in the works because it is looking like we pushing towards going, closing back down. That would be the
right.
smartest option in my opinion, but hey, who am I, right?
And I think, I don't think that I'm hoping and praying that the state is allowed to stay open, but it's only going to be open if the people do what they need to do. Everything closes at 10 around here. Everything closes at 10. Grocery stores and all have started closing earlier.
Yep.
The mall has been closing, but you
I
know,
ain't been to no mall and I'm not going. I just ain't gonna be able to do it.
Christmas
Even when
is
it was open, I wasn't doing it.
yeah, Christmas is coming. You're right. That's the way it is, though, Akeem. We all got to take care of ourselves, man. We got to look out for each other. We got to pray for each other, and we got to, do the best we can to stay safe. But it's kind of hard when you're working every day, and that, Akeem. You work every day. You can't stay home, so you got to go to work. So
Right.
it's important that we just do the best we can to try to take care of ourselves and our families. And with that being said, I got a question. I got a
Uh-oh.
question. I came and I'm gonna need you to
We
listen.
need your opinion. We need you.
We're
We
gonna
need you
need to
to.
know
We
what
know
you
y'all
think
tuning
about
in.
this. Yeah, we're gonna if you help the brothers out, because they ain't on here or whatever, they may look later. But my question is, especially to you, Shanice, I know you married, or whatever, and for women that's got significant others, and for men that has significant others, or
Hmm.
wives, fiancés, husbands, wives, whatever it is, you got a partner, or whatever the case may be. Will you allow, first of all, your mate to go out of town, whatever, out of the state to see family, or friends to just hang out and kick it with the boys, or vice versa, the girls? And when they return, will you make them? Do they have to be on a 14-day quarantine?
That's a great question. Definitely, I'm gonna say yes. Because if I know for myself having a pre-existing condition, that definitely would have to be the case. But I know that 9 times out of 10, my husband, he probably won't go. But he can go, but if he did, yeah, I would want him to quarantine just because, and I'm sure he would even say like, hey, I'm a quarantine because, you know, it takes nothing for, me to pick up something. So
Right.
with being high risk and having a pre-existing condition, like that's just dangerous. So it wouldn't be a problem for me, I'm sure, or him to quarantine. Obviously we would miss each other because he just was on a trip and now you got to be an additional 14 days, but I think we would get creative and make it through it.
Yeah, that's I think it's important because people don't understand.
Oh my Lord.
Lord have mercy, I
Now,
can't.
can we please stick to the subject at hand? We want to hear your opinion about.
Why you got why would you break up if they gonna be on the, or if you got to be on a 14-day quarantine? I mean, it would probably be in the best interest if you sit down and have a conversation and talk about it before
Yeah.
you even leave, or recommend it or suggest. I don't think you should go, but if they do go and you're in a relationship, I mean, I'm sure, Akeem, I know you're joking. We know you won't be breaking up because
What you feel about that? Like, what you feel about that if Courtney was to go somewhere, do you think that you would, you know, you would want her to quarantine if she came back or
oh,
if you went somewhere?
absolutely. And the thing about it is that she and I talk about this all the time because, I do want to go somewhere and she wants to go somewhere. And with the numbers on the rise as much as they are, it's just like it's in both of our best interests that we just don't go.
Right.
It's the unfortunate piece that we aren't going and we haven't gone. It's like Thanksgiving. We're not doing Thanksgiving anywhere but
Right.
here. Um, and
Right.
that's the hard part for everybody now. I think we should, as a family, you shouldn't be so selfish and think about yourself,
Yes,
and then
Tracy, I'm
you put
agreeing.
you put everything else and everybody else in jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Yep.
Tracy said it would be a problem to go on a trip. You got to consider other people. Absolutely.
That's
You are
right.
absolutely correct. And it's exactly what I'm saying. Stop being selfish and be considerate of other people, especially if you have a family. Now, if you're single and you by yourself, go ahead. You
Do
foot loose,
you do
fancy
you
free. Go do
do
what you
you
want to do.
do you boo? It ain't nothing to really consider except for your own health.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because
But at the
ain't
end of the
nobody
day,
in your house but you by yourself. You
And
know,
when you get sick, guess who got to take care of you? You do. So I can't say I need no one that's thirsty versus being safe for some turkey.
that's
Has to
right.
be about money, and
It's, I
even
mean,
to a
you're
point,
right.
with the money, to a point, it's got to be like, I can't do it. I mean, I think about like the traveling nurses and, that's in the places where it is really serious. I'm like, that's crazy.
And you're right, Akeem. Everybody is traveling because it's cheap. It's cheap now to go somewhere. You can catch a flight for $100 and some dollars round trip. You
Yep.
know, can you imagine?
They basically giving it away.
Yes, they are giving it away. Everybody,
And you
you're
know
right.
what
They
else?
acting real thirsty, like they
You
can't
know what
sit
else?
at home.
You know what else they giving away? COVID-19.
They're giving away caskets too. I mean, at a discounted price. But that's probably one that's not going anywhere. And
Mm,
that's me right there, Tracy. And I'm half of the time I don't even want to go to
right.
Kroger. You know what I'm saying?
And when I'm in there, I'm going down every aisle. You hear what I'm trying to tell you?
And
It's
then my
true.
thing is, we go to Kroger's. You're right, Tracy. That's a field trip. When you go to the store to pump gas, that's a field trip. Anywhere you go
Listen,
outside your house is now considered a field trip because you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. The being comfortable is not where we are anymore.
OJ,
What
the
up, old
Wellborn
Jay?
experience was
Up
good
there, up there in Michigan.
up
Oh
there in
man.
Michigan. Yes,
Up there where it's snowing at, much love. Thanks for chiming in, tuning in, looking in, peeping in, all of the above. We
listening
appreciate
in.
it,
That's
my
right.
brother. We appreciate it. But yeah, it's just difficult now. And everybody, you should be considerate. You really should be considerate of other people. Not only the people that you live with, but if you're working
Right.
every day, you need to be considerate of the people that you're working with as well, because now you're gone and now you're coming back. And so not knowing if you picked up anything, because you won't know until 4, 15, 20 days later.
I know that's right.
I know that's
Tracy
right.
said she could dress up to go to the store. Hey, that's the wrong way. That is the
I
wrong
know
way.
that's right, Tracy. I know
Can't
that's right, girl.
walk it, girl. Can't walk it.
You better throw them heels on and make it happen. Dude, look, go get your nails done and your hair done, and come on back to the grocery store. That's just exactly what it's gonna be. But do your nails and your hair at your own house.
So Tracy, I don't know. I'm asking Tracy, but I'm asking anybody that's single. When y'all out here and y'all making these grocery store trips, are y'all meeting anybody out here? When you can walk and then you throwing it on, Tracy, like, is you getting hit on in the grocery store? Like, what's up?
That's if you're single, Tracy. That's if you're single
If
and
you're
ready to
single,
mingle.
that's right. If you're single, right.
If you are single, and then I'm sure with COVID being as high as it is, as bad as it is, dating has to be very difficult for those single individuals. To
Right.
my understanding, the dating sites have gone like berserko, because there's a lot of people on the dating sites, trying to meet people and trying to know who's who and what's what. 21 years in the hole, baby. I feel you. 21
Hey, go
years in the
ahead.
hole
All
and
right. All
counting
right, behind you with
and
20.
counting. Look,
Yes, ma'am.
date your husband, honey. Just keep putting them heels on for him too.
There you go.
Put the heels on for him too. Hakeem, no barber needed. Got
Yeah.
clippers. And then that's it. Some people do that by themselves. They do that for
Yeah.
themselves. I think, but I still think it's you should be more considerate of others when you figuring out or making a decision on what you want to do and how you want to do it. With the numbers being so high everywhere, I mean, they're high everywhere. It's not just
Yeah.
high in Ohio; it's high everywhere.
It's out of control.
It's totally out of control. I mean, it's ridiculous. Your girl, look, my grandma used to say, Tracy, stay covered up for Jesus. But you married, you 21 years in the hole. You ain't got to stay covered up, girl. Put them heels on
And get it popping.
and get it popping. Movie night, whatever night it is, make a cake night, whatever you want to call it. Dress up and do it in your own house.
That's
Sometimes
right.
we got to be right now. I think everybody has to be more. It's challenging, and you got to be more creative when
Definitely.
trying to do things. I'm not married, but me and Courtney kind of have fun over here. We had Taco Tuesday last night, and it was kind of fun.
Okay. Some
we
game nights, get some
game
game
night.
nights on,
We had a really good time. So
yeah.
you just
Definitely. I mean, after the first time around, I'm hoping people kind of like have the gist of it. and got some stuff put off to the side or something, that, the back of their mind, they like how they're gonna handle this. If it comes to be where we have to be shut down again. But I mean, hearing that the numbers is up and then putting that in place, it's just like you get your mind back ready to buckle back down again,
Yep. And you buckling. I hear you, Tracy. You buckling down on the couch. I mean, making whatever, being excited about just being with each other. Talking. Probably a lot of
Right.
people haven't talked in a while with each other when it comes to relationship. How does a single man survive the absence of
Absolutely.
companionship to be safe from COVID? You
Which
tell us.
one's more important? You got to think about, Akeem. You got to think about which one is more important, the absence of companionship or you staying safe from COVID. He said, "I hear you, OJ."
Otis. But what about the rest of it? What about the
I know.
What
Their
about
whole body ain't covered
the
in
nice
the
hair and the nails colored and painted? I mean, you might not be able to see the lips.
You only seeing here up, but the rest of the body is not covered in a mask.
Yeah,
So
and you pretty much can tell from that mask, unless they got some, their grill messed up. But Akeem, you tell us, how does a single man survive the absence of companionship to be safe from COVID? Unless you're in a relationship, unless you being absent from your girl, we can't tell you. You are a man. We can't tell you. You tell us. You tell us what it's like being absent.
well, if you got Monopoly on your PlayStation, it sounds like you're going to the safer option and holding on to the dating portion. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Safety first.
Safety first. You want to live long. I mean, talk on the phone. Shoot. It's FaceTime. You do FaceTime, or you can do
old school for real, talking on the phone.
Old school. Yes, Otis, we are trying to talk facts up in here. So go beyond the mask. Go beyond the mask. Because behind the mask, they might have a messed up grill, but maybe sometimes you can help them with that, and later on down the road. But just look beyond the mask. Okay? Look beyond the mask. And
right. Look beyond the red mask at the other things that you can visibly see. Got work from there.
And they being safe anyway with the mask on, so you want that anyhow,
Yeah, because it really bothers me when I'm seeing people in the store now. I'm seeing, a lot of people are saying, oh, if you see a person in the store without a mask on, maybe they have some type of condition where they can't wear a mask. Like, I'm so sick of that. It's foolishness. It is foolishness.
That is foolishness. I mean, I got to think about, I don't have to just think about me. I got to think about other people, because my job requires me to be out in the public, with the public and around people. I still have to work. I'm an essential worker who still consistently have to go out there. My thing is, my hands are so dry and brittle. That's probably why I can't.
Me too.
My whole body, it's like, I spray so much disinfectant and 24-hour antibacterial spray. It's like you're sniffing it in, you're breathing it in, your hands on it all the time. I'm not wiping my face or anything like that like I used to, but times are difficult. Times are very difficult. And we just have to adjust accordingly. But I think that if you want to go out of town, hang out with the girls or the boys, when you come back, you should do a 14-day quarantine. But you should talk about where you go. You should talk about it first before even going. Some people buy tickets and just go. Well, I already bought my ticket.
And that could be your last ticket. And Tracy said living in a bubble is still scary. She said her husband is a UPS driver and her son works for Kroger's, and they interact with everybody. So
yes, I can relate to that. I know I got some friends that are also, her husband is an essential worker. And he goes into the garage, close the garage, strip his clothes, go straight to the shower and take a shower. She puts the clothes in the washing machine, dryer, wash them and make sure that they're clean, and spray the shoes and leave them out in the garage. That's an everyday routine.
Yeah, that's the new normal. It's the new normal now.
That's the new norm. And I get it, Tracy, too. I mean, I think it can get old and it gets boring and it gets tiring.
It's exhausting.
But at the end of the day, at some point, I guess, you know, we got to think about the positive in it. You know, we got to look at the positive piece in it. You know, you got to think positive about it. You know, now I'm saving my husband's life. Now I'm saving my son's life. Now I'm saving our life, and I'm saving mine too. So,
Right.
just because you may not catch it or you're trying to do all the precautions does not mean that they still won't get it, because they're out in the public. And it doesn't mean like you won't get it, because we don't know. We don't know how it gets. We don't know how we get it. We just don't. It's just, I think everybody needs to be extremely careful on how they do things and be cognizant.
I'm just more super mindful of where my hands are going. And like, if there's an itch on my face, I'm like, I gotta wash my hands first before I scratch it. You know what I mean? Like little small things like that, you know.
Yeah, it's you know, it's tedious, and it's very it's I don't know. I guess when people, I see why people get anxiety, and I see why people get depressed, because
you can drive yourself crazy. Like you really, literally can drive yourself insane.
Yes, it's a continuous routine that now is our normal day. The way it didn't used to be that way, but now it's our normal day. So I think people don't need to be selfish, and they need to think about other people. And I think that's why they were saying cut down on the number of people for Thanksgiving dinner. But if you're going out of town before Thanksgiving, then how you self-quarantine in 14 days? You know what I'm saying? It just got to be. We
gotta think. You just gotta make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
And think about others besides yourself.
Absolutely. Don't be selfish. So that was one of our questions. My next question is,
I
need y'all help on this one. I need
time in, please. Now y'all watching globally.
Come
y'all
on,
gotta say something. Talk to us.
Come on, OJ. I need a question. If I am on the phone talking to you, we are kicking it. You know, the conversation is good. You know, we just talking like we are now. And you know how we do it, sis. You know how we do it. If something we say comes to mind, we will break out in a song in a heartbeat. We gonna break out in a song in a minute. How many people think that if I'm on the phone having a conversation and we talking and you might say something to trigger a song and I break out singing, do you think that's rude? Do you think that's rude? Now
that is so hilarious, because this
conversation go another step further.
That can go either way.
If I'm in a deep conversation with somebody and it's real, it's serious,
it's intense,
and there's no time for laughter or joking or whatever. No, and no, I'm not gonna sing a song. I'm not gonna break out in a hymn. But if we kicking it, we on, we just on the phone. I'm with my friends and we talking, having a good time, and I'll be like, whoa, what's love got to do with it? I mean, and then back to the regularly scheduled program. Do you think that's rude? I'm just asking.
That is hilarious.
What you think, Shanice?
I can see it both ways. Definitely, it will definitely be rude if you were having a serious conversation. But I've been in a car, like we done been in a car, and I've been in a car having a conversation with somebody, and right. If it's not a deep conversation, but if you really talking about something serious and then you just bust out and sing, that is rude.
Akeem, it's not rude. It's kind of like having the Holy Ghost when you know good music. That's right. That's what I'm talking about right there.
I feel like we've all done that. Like if somebody say a certain word, it triggers that song, and then you just start saying that song like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That song, that word is sticking to that song. Like, my bad,
Right. And then it's like, you and me, girl. Go a long way back. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Was that rude? We were just talking, Sandy. Was that rude?
Yeah, was that rude? I mean, my bad. In my favorite words, I digress. Exactly, Tracy. What is your pet peeve? When I'm on the phone with friends and they allow their kids to start, girl, they allowed the kids to start one with them. Let me tell you something. This is me, Tracy. The bad thing about it is, bust out singing. That's right. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Hey.
Hey,
Exactly.
normally I don't get excited about people losing their job, but for this instance, I'm kind of excited.
You about to lose your job, and it's like during the elections, and I'm gonna get back to you, Trace. It's like during the elections. My thing is, I was one of the ones that was singing that song, "Who Run the World, Girls." I'm
Girl.
going everywhere. I'm going everywhere singing that song. I mean, I jump out the car with somebody on the phone, and I'm, "Who Run the World, Girls." I'm singing it because I'm excited and happy about the things that happen. But do I think it's rude? Nah. But back to what you said, Tracy. I get it, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. What it is, I have a huge problem with it. And I'm bad. I am so bad. I'm bad at it. I'll be on the phone working. Somebody comes and talk to me. I start a conversation with them while still on the phone and trying to hear my radio all at the same time.
Oh yeah. Now that's rude.
Now you talk about multitasking, because that's what I call it. I call it multitasking.
I will be on the phone with you, like, just call me back when you got a chance to talk to me, because you got too much going on right now.
Yes. Now a lot of people will do that. They'll say, "Just call me back," and then because when I'm it's like people catch me when I'm on the phone. It's like I always get caught when I'm on the phone with a question with one of my coworkers, and then something to bust up on the radio, and I'm trying to listen to the radio, and I got to talk on the radio, but then I'm on the phone, and either most of my friends will stay on the phone until I'm finished, and then some will say, "Call me back." Now, I call it multitasking, but some people say it's rude. I've been told it was rude. Okay, well, call me back, or I'll call you back. But if we are talking and I was like, the sun is shining, and then you telling me, "Girl, the sun, it's a beautiful day." I'd be like, "It's a beautiful day in the
morning."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like the sun is shining. There's plenty of light.
Hey.
The day is dawning. I may break out in that and then carry on.
Bright.
Yeah. You know what I'm
saying?
We carry on the conversation. So I guess with some people,
to each his own. I just feel like, if they vocalize or verbalize it, then I'd be like, I didn't mean it in that way. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the person. Some people might say something like, "Hey, that was kind of rude." Some people might not say nothing at all. They might be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, they
might start singing with you. Who knows?
Like I said, I digress. I apologize, but I will call you back. I'll call you back at some point. But it happens. When I say it happens a lot with me. I do it. I do it when I'm in a good mood. I'm always dancing. I guess you can call me hyper energetic. But I do that. So it is what it is. Nah, these friends will be listening to me, then start a whole conversation with their kids. "I thought I told you to do that laundry."
I know what you're talking about. I hear you. They'll never put you on hold. They just start another whole conversation. Like, dang.
Yeah, there it is. See, she says singing is nothing. Singing, breaking out in a song is nothing. But when you do this, "Hey, I thought I told you to take that garbage out."
Right.
And you on the other line with Tracy. Right. Tracy says she just check out. She just check out. What you say, Tracy? Just lay the phone down. Just lay the phone down. Don't even worry about picking it up. Just lay. I'm
not even about to repeat what I said to you, because you ain't even listening to me.
Exactly. Because them kids got you all bothered and
sidebar.
Yeah. But like, you be talking, "Okay, now what you say now? Say that again." No, forget it.
Right, exactly. I'm frustrated now.
It's a wrap. So tonight is Wednesday. It's Wind Down Wednesday. So we just talking about everything. So I done threw a couple of questions out there. I'm going to keep throwing them out there, because y'all know where I get these questions from. I get them from people that I work with, that I hang out with. And that's, that sends me messages and say, "What you going to talk about? I think you should talk about this." This is where I get my conversations from. So when I say let's talk about it, more than likely that came from somebody else. And, me and Chanice just go at it and we talk about it. So the other thing,
I was
What you
gonna say,
say?
I'm gonna jump in everyone myself. You know, I'm so exhausted, so tired. How many of y'all? My question is, how many of y'all is excited for January 20th? I mean, I want to see some kicking, and screaming. I want to see some dragging, pulling. I want to see some fall down, knockdown. You hear me trying to tell you?
What you want to? Why? Why you want to see some dragon pulling, falling down? Not why? Why,
Because
sis?
it's well deserved. Because it's time for this person to move along. I'm tired of it. We talked about before election. I couldn't wait till election was over with, and now it's clearly it seems like it's not over with because people's president just can't take no for an answer. So yes, I want to see him get the boot up out of there. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you?
Well,
Whether it
he
be
gonna get out, but you
listen,
ain't gonna see nobody being drugged, kicked, wrapped up in
listen.
a blanket. None of that. You're not gonna see pigs in the blanket. You ain't gonna see none of that. It's just gonna go.
I'm just like,
Hey,
Lord.
you right, Jay. You right, OJ. I
Okay.
thought about that. I thought about it, but stock is too high. But I'm really
Yes, yes, Tracy. You know what I'm talking about. Come through. I'm gonna pop a bowl of popcorn,
no.
all that. I want to see this. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was ready that Saturday when they made the announcement. Why we gotta wait to January?
Listen, exactly. Let's make it happen now. You know, because I am tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing it. You wasting people's time. You wasting taxpayers' money. Like it's no. You lost.
Yep. Sure, you
Yes,
can ask a
Tracy.
question,
Definitely.
Tracy.
Yes,
Yes, you
go
can ask
for
a
it.
question, and we will do the best we can to answer your question. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let us remind you, we are not professionals. We
Nope.
don't have certificates in this, but we got life experience.
That's
We've
it.
been around. We've been around for a while.
And we'll
Um,
give it to you straight, no chase.
no chaser. That's a good question. We talked about this one because that was
Oh,
another
yes.
question I was gonna bring up.
Woo, baby, listen.
Let me say this. It's 95% um a go right now. So the other 5%, they're waiting on it. So 95% of that, whatever they have concocted together, is ready to go. They have found out that the 95% is good, but at what point and what stage do you get it? Now, this is what I also said. The first responders might be the ones, they might give it, they
They might
might
make
be
it
forced.
mandatory.
They
Yeah,
might
make
make
it
it
mandatory.
mandatory
Yep.
for the first responders, all first responders, to take it.
Yep.
Um, and how would that work and how will it affect? You don't know, because at this point nobody knows what's in it. You don't know if anybody's allergic to the stuff that's in it. What if you
Yep.
have an allergic reaction?
At this
Would I
point,
be willing?
you're an outbreak monkey at this point.
Yeah. Would I be willing to take it? Maybe not in January, but at some point down, I've never taken the flu shot in my years of living. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Me
I ain't
neither. I
knocking
won't
on
say with
nothing.
you.
I'm just
Yeah, me
throwing my
neither.
hands up in the air. I've never taken the flu shot at all.
Hey,
Well, but this is, and you're right, because think about the flu shot. Does the flu shot cure the flu?
but here's the thing: the flu shot is just a strand, and it may not be the. You still can. I know people that's gotten the flu shot and still got the flu. It's
Because
only a
it's a
certain
virus.
strand. Exactly, it's only a certain strand. Viruses have to run their course. So for me, it's an absolute no.
It's
Now
it's
down the
it's a
line,
virus.
I'm not taking no vaccine. I'm cool on it.
The flu is a virus.
Right, and
It's
by
a virus.
most viruses will have to run their course.
And they got to run their course. But what is in the vaccine or in the flu shot? What's in the flu shot? Because you still can get the
The
flu.
flu.
You may not get it as bad as you would without it, but you still get the flu. You still have the symptoms.
Yep.
So it just depends. They talking about buying shares in this stuff. If you buy shares, let's hope it don't crash or whatever the case may be. But
Right.
that's a good.
Um. Yeah. I'm listen, Akeem. I am here for all the foolishness. You hear me? I'm here for all the time it's foolery. his face. I'm telling you, I'm popping popcorn, and it's gonna go down. I want to see.
One thing that I'm not, Tracy, is scared because I don't know, call me crazy. Every day I go to work, I've always been asked, well, aren't you scared to do what you do? No, if I was scared to do what I do, I would
You
be
will be doing it.
so I'm not fearful. I'm not scared because God says, fear not.
For I am with thee.
I'm a believer. I'm sorry. I'm a believer. But God says, fear not, for I
That's
am
right.
with thee all the way until the end of whatever. But no, I'm not scared. I think that if more people prayed, or whatever you do,
And read or yeah, or buckle down, or
yes,
focus on whatever it is that your belief is.
whatever you believe in, whatever
Mhm.
and whomever you believe in. I don't care if it's the sun, moon, and the stars. But if you're praying to it and you believe that that's where the strength comes from, that's where the healing comes from, then I think more of us need to do that. And I think the
Right.
coronavirus is a way that God showed people. First of all, I am God all by myself, not Trump.
Mhm.
That's my take on it.
Right.
So things had to happen for people, and not just, I mean, a whole lot of people. I'm talking about preachers too. I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
And my thing too is it's like see you
and
later,
we love
OJ.
you too.
Thanks for
12 Born
tuning in. Love
Experience.
you. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
My thing too is just that like you said, buckle it down on whatever it is that you feel or believe. But I feel like sometimes, and I can understand Tracy's the thought process,
I
because they
can't
make
do.
you feel like you have to be forced. You know what I mean? You have to do this. This we're forcing it upon you, and so I understand that.
And you're right. They did contribute to the opiate crisis, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm hoping, because Cincinnati plays a role, in case those that are living in Cincinnati, state of Ohio, the city of Cincinnati is playing a part, or Ohio is playing a part in the vaccine for the virus, in case y'all didn't know.
Mm.
So read about it. It's coming out of Ohio. I don't know if it's Cincinnati, because we got P&G and a couple other
Yeah.
places. But it is coming, a part of the virus. The vaccine for the virus comes from Cincinnati, Ohio, whatever. So check it out, look at it, look into it. But I get it too. I understand, Tracy. I'm to a certain point, but I'm not scared. I mean, I'm figuring like, I'm doing what I can, because whatever time it is, when it's your time, it's just your time.
That's it. That's right.
We can't control it. We have no control over it. We can only control what's in front of us at the time. So that's what I'm doing.
And all of this has got me thinking about going and just sitting and watch every episode of The Simpsons, because a lot of this stuff was in those episodes, and it's really it's really tripping me out. Like, oh my goodness,
And a lot of other things that people, some articles in the newspaper, that
Yeah.
people wrote, some statements that were made by individuals that talked about this time. And I often say, oh, I'm Sandy.
I'm ooh,
Janice. Her
all
name
the
is
wrong way. I'm Shanice. Hey.
I'm Sandy. Nice to meet you, Tracy.
Yes, thanks for tuning
I am
in.
Sandy Bradford Tucker, in case you look for me.
Yes, we're here every
Wow.
Wednesday, wind down Wednesday. Grab you a cup of wine or a glass of wine or whatever you like, your
Every
beverage of
Wednesday.
choice.
Well, I got
And
a
we
little bit
here.
of juice. I really got juice. I am.
And we here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
7
are
p. 6 p.m. I'm sorry, 6 p.m.
6
So
p.m.
yeah.
Central Standard Time. And we pretty much talk about everything. We do have guests on from time to time, but we talk about it all.
Yes.
We name it, we're going to discuss it, and we'll talk about it. There is no shame in our game.
And
None
we
whatsoever.
love Jesus. And we're gonna talk about Jesus
Yes,
on this show.
we love the Lord. We'll let folks know we love the Lord, for He heard our cry. So, but yeah, we just got to we just got to be careful, and we just got to continue to do what we're gonna do, and try to live the best that we can. And it's not about, like the song says, I'm living my best life. No, you live the best way you can. That is your best life. Even
Mhm.
if it is sitting on the sofa, with your husband and your children, Tracy, that's
That's
living the best
right.
way can. You know, you gotta just, make the best of it. Shoot, I turn the lights out, turn off the
Here we
lights,
go.
and light a candle. I mean, you gotta just have fun. It's like
Hey,
do a karaoke night. Let's see who can sing better than the other person.
yeah.
Let's see who can dance better than the other person.
And
I
you'll get
mean,
to hear some of these wild songs that y'all kids listening to on the hush.
yes,
Mhm.
thank you, Hakeem. You our boy
Yeah,
too, Hakeem. You our
for
boy,
sure,
Hakeem.
for
You
sure.
our boy. Likewise, nice to meet you, Tracy. We hope you tune in every Wednesday,
Thank you. Yes,
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate
yes.
you. Make sure you tell your friends, share,
Friends,
even on YouTube,
who should need to
subscribe
tell?
and
Who should need to? Who should
follow
need
us.
to tell? Who should need to tell?
You need
Missionary
to
what?
tell all the deacons, missionaries, saints, and
And
friends
friends.
that we are on every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here.
That's right.
Right
Like and
here.
share this.
Hey, I appreciate that. Hakeem, I ain't been on them ones and twos in a minute. I might have to get on back up in there because now is the time. Because COVID got
Hey.
everybody feeling some kind of way. Maybe I ought to turn off the lights and play some music for myself. Do it
Right.
for myself. But yes,
Right.
we are on Facebook. We are on
Instagram.
YouTube live every Wednesday. So tell
That's right.
everybody. We'll be happy to. If you got a topic you want us to talk about, Tracy, we'll talk about it.
Yes.
Hit me up. Send me an inbox. Or email me at tuckradio214gmail.com. Hit us up. We'll answer. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. You got a guest that you want us to talk to? Hey,
Yes.
hit us up. Tell them to reach out to us. We'll be happy. That's what we do. We do that.
That's right. We have events, and if you miss this one day, it's okay. You can wind it back, like it, comment, share. We
Yep.
appreciate all those that are tuning in globally. We got a lot of folks that tune in, they just watch, they don't say nothing. That's cool too.
Yep.
But we appreciate anybody who can, chime in and talk, converse with us, talk with us.
Let us know.
Communicate with us. Come talk with us.
We're gonna be doing some things differently next year. We're working on that right now. So stay tuned and just check us out and listen. And so another question that I have, let's see here. Another question I have, this is something that came up, and like I said, we get our topics and subjects from a lot of people. So if you are married, but you've been separated for years,
Whoa.
like separated, like you ain't living together, it's almost only reason you ain't got no divorce. The papers ain't, you just ain't got the papers, but you're walking around here acting like you divorced. I got a couple of things that came up today. So you walking around here acting like you divorced, but you really aren't because it's still on paper. But should your spouse continue to carry you on their medical insurance?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you know why? Because if everything is split up, why is that still together? That makes no sense.
But you're not divorced.
You don't move to your own address. You might have a boo. I might have a boo. You know what I'm saying?
Separate lives.
You ain't contributing nothing financially to me. I'm not contributing nothing financial or otherwise to you. Then what is the need? Why? Why are you trying to hold on to that person? Or why are you allowing that person to hold on to you? That's my question.
That's a good question. That's what I want to know. Why would you even? Because if you're working and they're not working, or they're working and you're not working, but you're still carrying them, or either you could be working, they both could be working, but you're the one that the insurance is coming out of your pocket. So what if the insurance is coming out of their pocket and that person is still, if the person that pays their spouse for the insurance, should you still allow that to take place?
So here's the thing. That's only gonna fly until the divorce is the paper is finally signed. After that paper is signed and it's finalized, like that's not gonna fly no more. So if that's an arrangement that y'all got worked out, then great. But if not, I just don't see no reason for it.
I'm with you, Tracy.
Tracy said if you're gonna drop the medical, you gotta drop the life insurance too.
Yeah,
there you
gotta
go.
drop it out. Drop it, but I don't understand if you're not together, you're separated, but you haven't gotten a divorce, and you're still carrying somebody on your insurance, but that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
Why would you carry them? But why would they want to be carried? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It does not make any sense to me. But it, I know people, and that's how we got on that topic today. I know people that are doing that, and that are doing that, and they
That's
are
insane. That is insane. I mean, I can see it for a child, but even after a certain point, what is it, like 21? You can't
26.
26. It's like, come on, it's different for a child, but a spouse, and we're not together. Like that's no.
And I mean, you got two separate lives.
I mean, now, like I said, if it's an agreement that they made, and maybe if it's cheaper, you know what I'm saying, y'all worked it out that way, and everybody on the same page, and they cool with that, then fine. But that's just weird to me that it would just be that. That makes no sense.
None, because I don't get that either. I don't care if you are paying, I don't know if they are not. I don't care if you are paying for it. I just feel like if you can pay them, then you can pay to get your own insurance. Right. But I'm also like Tracy. If you drop the health insurance, you got to drop the life insurance too. Or maybe you keep the life insurance and drop the medical. I don't know. It depends on the lifestyle that one is living.
Well, they are that, and you could change beneficiaries and all that stuff. Like, it's just odd to me.
See? If he didn't say nothing.
Yeah, that can be real that can be real tricky. I feel like somebody playing games. Whoever is doing, I feel like somebody playing games, and maybe they don't know. Did they say if they knew that the other person was doing this, or they don't know, or is it hypothetical? Like when y'all were talking, like was it the person who's actually on the person's insurance, or was it the opposite?
And see, I don't know. It's just my thing is, it's just they said that what happens if medical insurance is still being covered if two people are no longer together and they're totally separated and living their own separate lives. Living their own separate lives. One live with somebody. I don't know if the other one what they're doing, but they've been separated for a long time, but not divorced.
Here's the thing. So then here's the thing. That's probably continuing because no one's made a phone call, because 9 out of 10, the insurance companies and stuff ain't gonna update. They don't know the information. They ain't gonna call you every year or every 6 months to say, hey, y'all still together. Like that's not their job to do. You know what I mean? So exactly. I feel like either they get an agreement going on, or maybe the other person's in the dark and they don't know if this is still happening.
I mean, don't know, but it's some tomfoolery to me.
It's definitely some tomfoolery.
I mean, it just needs to be gone, and I wouldn't even be trying to worry about it. But I mean, it is what it is. If they like it, I love it. I mean, it was a topic
that's real shady though. That's super shady. It made me of a Steve Shabbat commercial.
Oh, Steve Shabbat.
Shady.
Yeah, I mean, like I told them, I can only ask the question and see what people think. But I think that, me personally, I just don't think it should be happening.
That's a little shady.
Yeah, I don't. I think
because the person died. You know what I'm saying? And then what?
That's when that life insurance come into play.
Exactly. But if y'all been separated and there's been no call, no phone call, there's been no documentation to literally separate you, there's gonna be an issue, and it's not just gonna be with the person that you were with or married to. What about kids, other family members coming out the woodwork, etc.?
Exactly, and you're right, Tracy. I think you should know how much anybody is costing you
that you connected to. That's right.
You gotta add them. That's them. Make it make sense. Listen, dollars,
and cents, right?
Dollars. Yeah, make it make sense and cent. Because it's just crazy to me how people can. I think it's taking advantage of one's kindness. Or whatever you call it. Because if you're not man or woman enough to say, "Oh, don't worry about it," or babe or hun or miss whomever or Mr. whatever, I think it's okay. I think I need to come off. You can take me off. I can pretty much try to fend for myself, because it ain't like they ain't working. Because I know they good. I know they working. So you know how it goes.
Hey, you're right, Tracy. Yes, because it gets ugly when that time comes, and I don't care who you are, it gets ugly.
It gets real ugly, because we were just talking about that too the other day. It's just that if you are divorced, if your paperwork was not flipped over where your ex-wife is still on the paperwork, guess who gets everything? The ex-wife. The new wife ain't getting nothing because you didn't go back and change the paperwork on on all your documents. You didn't
Yeah.
change anything. You kept it the same, or you forgot to change a piece. And you best to believe all my stuff changed. I done changed everything. My shoes have been changed to Courtney's name. Everything has been changed to Courtney's name. Courtney. You know, my house is in Courtney's name. I mean, everything has changed to Courtney's. I wanted to make sure I had to see it. Give me a signed, sealed, delivered, stamp it. Everything is changed into my baby's name. So I think it's very important that people pay attention and do that.
You're right, Tracy. You're right. You said realistically, no one can take you for your kindness if you're not up on your policies. Blame yourself. That's right. Because they're not gonna call you. They're not gonna tell you. Like I said, they're not gonna update you. None of that. You have to make them aware of what's going on.
And I ain't gonna love you that much where I'm gonna be foolish like that to keep paying for something that I shouldn't be paying for.
And then with all the stuff that's going on right now, I mean, any one of us can pass away or drop dead. Yeah. It's just you got to get that stuff in order.
Anything can happen at any given time. Anytime. I mean, anytime. And with that being said, I got another question. The final question before we get up out of here is, so why would one be in a relationship if you're in a relationship, let's say this, if you're in a relationship, why would someone stay in a relationship if one person doesn't want to move forward? When I say move forward, don't want to get married. Why be in a relationship if you want to get married, but they don't want to get married, or they want to get married and you don't want to get married? Why continue to be in that relationship? Are you benefiting from what? What are you benefiting from? What they giving you? Money? Saying that you got somebody? Staking claim that person is yours?
It's
a
so
roof over your head? Insurance getting paid for? I mean, what?
It's super unfortunate.
Why stay in it? If you see if they're adamant on not getting married and you know it, and they continuously, they say it or they run from it.
They showing you in their actions. It's not about what a person says. It's about what they're doing. What is their action showing you? And then, first of all, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. And then second of all, like people are in relationships that think they can change somebody. You cannot change a person. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. When a person, I was always told, when a person show you who they are the first time, believe it. Okay, that's the problem. You're the problem. You're your own problem.
They are who they say they are.
Right.
Trust me. They are. They are not. And then, they come back on bended knees, crying, begging, slobbering like Lil Martin. It's like,
you are your own. That's your fault.
People. My mother always told me too. She said, if the right hand is blaming the left hand, then they're doing something. So, I mean, you just have to, you can't just keep running from it, because you worry, chances are as soon as they leave me, they'll marry someone else. And more than likely they will. And you know what? Better them.
And here's my thing too. At the end of the day, time is short and life is precious. And listen, it's not worth you. And I don't told people this. I don't verbally told people this before. Like, it's not worth you holding up your time for somebody when God got the right person for you, but you holding your time up with somebody else. Like, he can only hold this person, he or she, whoever they are, for so long. Like, you wasting your time on what God, your husband that God really has, or your wife that God really has, because you're trying to hold on to something that don't be held on to.
It makes no sense. You're blocking blessings.
It's exhausting.
You're blocking blessings. Let it go.
Listen,
they do. You're absolutely right, Tracy. They hold up your whole entire life.
You have been with
somebody for 10 years. 20, 30 years. I was looking at, I saw that. That's all. This is why all this came up. So I've seen it more than one time. You got people that are dying of illnesses, and then you've been with them for 20, 30 years. Now all of a sudden you want to get married.
That common law stuff.
Get married before.
That common law stuff that you could use 20, 30 years ago, it matters nothing. It means nothing.
Nothing. I mean, why marry now? Because you're dying. My thing is,
that's crazy.
This is my thing. I know I'm not, God didn't put me on this earth to be by myself forever. My plan is to remarry. When? Keep your eyes and ears open.
All in
We
God's
will see.
timing.
All in God's timing.
Because I'm sure you ain't doing it a third time. I'm sure you're
I'm
not doing it a third time.
I'm not doing it a third time. I do it again. This is the second time. I've been there once. This will be the second time if I get remarried. So I'm not going in there blindsided and with my eyes closed. But to be married again, yes, it's one of my hopes and dreams is to be married again. Yeah, be safe. Hey, we gonna keep
all right, King.
And
all right.
We gonna sing the song. We need you to sing it with us, though, King. We gonna need you to sing it with us. Whatever it is, just sing it. We love you, man. Be careful, and stay safe. Stay safe. But yeah, that's my plan is to remarry again. But I'm not gonna be with somebody that don't want to get married again. I'm not. Everything takes time, and we know that. But how much time? Tomorrow isn't promised. So how much time you willing to wait? How much time you want to wait? Somebody asked me, did I believe in love at first sight? I said yes. They said they didn't. I said, I'm sorry for your loss. So
I can hear you saying, I can hear you too.
Like that, didn't you? Like that, girl. So it's just, the smile on my face is because I'm happy. I'm always happy. I try to be happy. I try to stay positive, but I'm not going to be with somebody. I'm not going to be with somebody for all the wrong reasons. And like you said.
And I'm definitely not about trying to change nobody.
No, not trying to change you because you are who you are. You're not going to change. It's just you are who you are.
But been raised. I ain't here to do that again.
So I'm not here to do that either because my thing is if we can make each other better, then that's what I want to do. That's what I want.
That's what it's about.
Make each other better. That's me. That's what I'm striving to do. That's what I've always tried to do. But it's totally up to the other individual. We have to make each other better. I mean, because it takes two, not one. I don't like the I, me, or mine. Those are three things that I don't like. Our beach house, not my beach house.
We are in us. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I am. That's why I'm smiling. We, ours, and us. And I tell everybody, when you get your flip-flops in the mail,
it's time. You already know it's time. You know it's time. You better get that pedicure going, even if you have to do it yourself.
And that's already saying you got to be ready because we are not gonna be we're gonna be somewhere and somebody's saying there's somebody's water.
And you're gonna be with somebody, you're gonna be all up on somebody's sun. Gotcha.
That's correct. The sun is going to be shining. Like I sang earlier. Sun is shining, there's plenty of light. A new day is dawning, sunny and bright.
That's right.
It's what? I found mine. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
That was beautiful.
Nice.
That was beautiful. No, and it's not since I lost my baby. I found my baby. I mean, I'm changing them words.
Oh, well, all right then. Edit. Hit the edit button.
Changing my words. Got my singers all lined up. It's going down. I bet you that was beautiful, Tracy. Bet you that was just beautiful. But
since I found my baby, there you go. Not lost my baby, found it.
Go ahead on. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. So when you get them flip-flops in the mail with the destination on them, I'm just gonna need you to just come.
Just know my feet. They're gonna be ready. Just know they ready.
Let's have a good time. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then
that's so sweet.
When you are, and I feel this way. I was married 21 years, Tracy. Been divorced 10. Probably almost 11 now, whatever. I lost track of it, so because it's right now irrelevant to me. But I think that if it's storybook back then, it should still be storybook 21 years down the road. And it doesn't work one way; it works both ways. Everything ain't always peaches and cream.
That's right.
You make it peaches and cream. You got to make it. And you got to do the best thing that you can do. But the number one thing that Shanice and I always say, you got to talk.
Yep. Communication is key.
Gotta talk. If you don't, I don't care if you like it or don't like it. You gotta talk. Everything that they do, everything that we do, it's not gonna be like. But
Right. That's
talk
human
about
nature.
talk about it.
That's right. Talk that thing through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
And
know, and what we do when we come to the end.
of the show, y'all know it's positive quote time. Positive quote. Positive quotes. I got something simple, so I'm being simple this week. So stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
Stay
That's
ready, and
my
you gotta
positive
get
quote,
ready.
and that's in all things. That's in all things.
And everything. And you're right, Tracy.
That's right, Tracy. You gotta do the work.
We know, but the work shouldn't be done with just one person. The work
Alone.
should be
That's right.
done.
That's right. Because I'm 20 years. I'm right behind you, Tracy.
Yep. You got to do the work, but you can't do it by yourself. You got to have a little help.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a little help? Little help now. Got to get a
Hey,
little help with that. So we definitely appreciate you, Tracy. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for
yeah.
watching.
Thanks for
Thanks for
chiming
being
in.
with us for this
Yes.
hour. Tell all the deacons, missionaries, saints, and
And
friends
friends.
that Tuck Radio is on live every Wednesday night at 6 p.m.
That's right.
Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. So you can catch us, watch us, go back, share it, like us,
Rewind it. All that.
because we got more than this going on. We just had a gun class just took place on Saturday.
It was dope. They're going to Del Salon, 230 East Sharon Road. And this Saturday, actually, we're going to have a fish fry. So $10. We're going to have whitey, catfish, and tilapia. And this is Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's 230 East Sharon Road from 12 to 4. So come and get you some fresh fish, some fries, some coleslaw, all that. Come support, come represent, come get some good food.
What's up, Nathan? What's going on, Mr. Ivy? Love your show. Keep up the good work. I like Black stuff. I
Thank
like
you. Yes, support. That's right.
I like keeping updated on the latest and the greatest information in the news. And I like listening to people when they call in and they talk to you and you give your utmost favorite opinion, the best that you can, just as everybody else. But you keep it real, and I like it. I love the show. I really love the show. So keep up the good work, Nathan. We love you, man. But we got a lot of things going on. Monday nights, we do a little from time to time, a little musical piece with individuals that can sing, women and men. So tune in. You just never know when we be popping back up on Facebook and YouTube.
That's right.
Invite you guys to listen in and tune in to some good old solid music coming from voices right here in the city of Cincinnati, state of
on location. On location. We like to go on location when we can. Yes.
On location. So we thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for listening and watching. And whatever you do, be the best, do your best, stay safe, stay clean, stay covered up for Jesus, wear your mask, do what you gotta do. Yes, wash your hands. Do what you got to do, not just for you, but your family and other people that are around you. So do the best you can to stay safe, be safe. And y'all know my favorite saying. That's right. And I stand on it wholeheartedly. It's always better to give than it is to receive. And on that note, hey, we're going to see you real
next Tuesday.
We'll see you next week. All right, we love y'all. Peace out.